welcome back to Moonlit Path Tarot. So today we're just going to do just a check-in and energy reading, see what's going on with the collective and their current situation. So Spirit, regarding the collective, what is the energy? What's the energy, Spirit, for the collective? What is the energy? Okay, some kind of working hard, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Eight of Pentacles, Page of Wands. Some kind of honing your skills, honing your craft. This could be literally graduating from school or getting like a degree of some kind, or basically just any skill that you have, honing it in like studies and then putting it into practice in real life. And then, but this is also like earth energy, so it's like coins, pentacles, it could be a job, could be like material abundance, it could be like a business, whatever it is to you. But it's just something you're working really hard on that you can expect some kind of good news from. So let's see, tell me more about the collective and their energy, Spirit. Okay, more page. So good news, pages are always about communications, and then the Hermit, which is Virgo. But more than communication, this is like a good news in communications, or some kind of good news you can expect after some kind of hard work you put into something. And then this is like a new opportunity, a new beginning, earth magic, the beginning stages of something. Paired with the Hermit, which is like going within, it's withdrawing your energy. So you maybe after you could have graduated, now you're taking a little break before you go to get a job, or that's just an example, but whatever kind of hard work you put in, you're going to get some kind of good news, and you're in the beginning stages of something with some kind of new opportunity. So it looks like you're just kind of keeping with yourself and working on whatever that is. Let's see, tell me more about the collective and their current energy. Okay. And more, please. Thank you. Okay. So something you walked away from. So Eight of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Four of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So this talks about something you walked away from that's going to lead to something better, because this is basically like, this is the Twin Flame card, one of the Twin Flame cards, I should say. But this is like buying a home, celebration, some kind of gathering, right? Something that makes you really happy, something you really want, something that you've been working really hard towards. So whatever you walked away from is going to lead you to this. This could also be like an engagement, a proposal. You might be getting engaged, buying a house, a new job, a new place to live, whatever that looks like to you. Ooh, I really like this for you so far. This is pretty cool. Tell me a little bit more about the collective and their current energy. If those are meant to come out, they shall come out. Tell me a little bit more about the collective and their current energy. Actually, all right, I'm taking this. I'm just intuitively being told to take this. So this is like somebody who's very honest, somebody who has integrity, somebody who has excellent communication, and is very logical. So this is about things coming to an end, a happy ending, some kind of closing out cycles, completion, spiritual graduation. So this tells me that pretty much after something came to an end, either you kept your integrity regarding something, whether this is something from your recent past or something in your current energy, you kept your honesty, you were honest, had integrity about whatever this was. And because of that, you're being rewarded. This can be literally traveling the world, abundance, like happy endings, right? Closing out cycles. Or because something ended, because you closed out a cycle, you had some kind of integrity. I just keep getting integrity, but also good communication, right? So this is like somebody who's fair, honest, logical. And then if something came to an end, you didn't like run and badmouth somebody. If it was like an ex you broke up with or a job that you left, you didn't like go run your mouth and be like, they suck, blah, 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 blah. You had integrity. So in some aspects. So let's see, maybe I can get a little more on that. Can you tell me a little bit more about the World and the Queen of Swords? What is it that they had integrity about, or what was it? Oh, okay. Okay, I see. I gotcha. So the Tower, Four of Cups, Five of Swords. Fucking yikes. This is a big ass yikes, son. So, okay, so something came to an end. And this end wasn't happy, not by any means, but like with this walking away from what no longer serves or suits us, or what is no longer for our highest good, will lead you to this like twin flame energy, this soulmate connection, proposal, like new house, marriage, whatever that looks like for you. But because when this came to an end, you kept your integrity, you were honest, you didn't run and badmouth the person or the place or the fucking landlord or the roommate or family member or whatever the situation was that came to an end, because this is all about forced uncomfortable change. Like they're falling out of bed, they're like there's lightning striking them. So this is basically like things having to be like you're basically on a different trajectory, you're being put onto a different path because this foundation isn't stable, it's shaky, right? Whatever this wasn't a good enough offer for you, or somebody wasn't accepting the cup you were offering to them, right? So if you were like, if this is a relationship, this is talks about being a brat, right? Stagnancy leading to boredom, like so like content, and like content is more happiness, I guess. So I guess stable, that you're like bored of it or want to go do or see something else, right? And then Five of Swords talks about like unnecessary petty conflict, arguments, right? So whatever this was, this came to an end and you're going to get your happy ending out of this, right? But this is like just clarifying this because I wanted to know what it is you kept your integrity or your honesty or your open, clear communication or whatever that is. You know what your situation is, right? I wanted to know more about that. So this was something that came to an end abruptly, maybe something you weren't even expecting. A relationship could have come to an end. You were like offering your cup, I'm offering you this, like here, it's like literally being handed to you from the gods. And they're like, so what do I care? I don't care. There's got to be something better. There's got to be, the grass is greener somewhere else. You know what I mean? And arguments, conflict, pettiness. So maybe they were petty to you. Maybe when this came to an end, they fucking sucked, whoever they were, this job, this person, this landlord, this roommate, this family member, right? And they went and badmouthed you or tried to like argue or just cut you off completely. And you didn't try to get revenge, you know what I mean? You didn't try to get them back in any way. So that's something that's a very mature energy. So what can they expect tell me more about their current energy. Like what is the current situation on their mind? Okay. Okay. So bottom of the deck, Six of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. This is healing our inner child, feelings of nostalgia. This is also people coming back from the past. We did just have Mercury retrograde. But this is like, do you stay where you are or do you take actions, like do you take inspired action towards your dreams? Like do you stay here or do you like venture out into the world and see what else is out there, right? It's also like, this also is like need to find a balance. So seeking harmony, seeking balance. Like, should I stay here? Should I go out and see the world? Like, what do I want to do here? If this is a relationship, you could be thinking, this is somebody, this could be, if this is, like I said, if this is an ex, this could be somebody you've known since childhood. Somebody who maybe is currently missing you or you're currently missing them, but I'm not really seeing it's your energy so much because this is like you walking away. I'm not saying they couldn't have walked away from you yet. Like it's possible, it could even be likely, we'll say that. But my point is that even if they're the ones who walked away, you didn't run and badmouth them. You didn't run and like try to talk shit about them, or you didn't try to make them look bad. You didn't try to make yourself look better in some way. So now you're kind of in the energy of, do I stay where I'm at or do I try to go somewhere else? So clarify a little bit about the Two of Wands and the Two of Pentacles. Can you tell me? Okay, more communication, so more good news. So, okay. The Devil is like, it's like addictions. It's like things that, it's like a heavy reliance on material possessions, right? It's like overly overly being focused on material possessions. So you might be kind of like seeking a balance in your finances right now. Or you could just be releasing these burdens from the past. Like, do I leave this past person and go? Or do I kind of just try to build something new here without them or without this thing that happened? You know what I mean? But this is ultimately about some kind of good news. So I want to ask a little more about this. Clarify the devil. Clarify the devil on the Page of Wands. The Emperor, divine masculine. This could be a job. This could be a boss. This could be a father figure. Could have been a relationship. There is no gender in tarot. Just take it as it resonates, right? But you could be contemplating on whether or not you want to walk away from this person, or you could have moved away from this person and maybe you don't like where you are right now. So you're just kind of investing in this thing. If you're like working hard on something else to like build up your finances, to find and seek a balance, right? So I'm kind of wondering if this is you kind of, maybe you left and got settled somewhere, but it's not necessarily where you want to be. You know what I mean? So you're kind of just investing in yourself and trying to like get some kind of, you're in the beginning stages of something. What that is though, I'm not sure. Can you tell me, Spirit, what are they in the beginning stages of? Okay. What else? More Four of Cups. Okay. Bottom of the deck, the Star, Aquarius. You might be an Aquarius. So this is like, it's like rivalry, right? It's like competition. So you may be in the beginning stages of getting something off the ground because you just are not liking what's being offered to you. You know what I mean? Because it's this card again, right? This, I'm being offered something, but I don't necessarily appreciate it or want it or even like it, right? So it's like, this is kind of like, it's like competition, but it's like rivalry that if you don't watch it can turn into arguments and fighting real fucking quick. You know what I mean? So it's like maybe you're just trying to get away from this energy. Whatever it is, it looks like you will, because this is not wanting or accepting what's being offered to you, not liking your offers, right? But this is also like a reciprocity, an equal give and take. And this comes after this, the Tower. This is 17, this is 16. So hope, faith, renewal, wish fulfillment after a Tower. And then reciprocity and equal give and take. So whatever you're kind of putting behind you, it's just this like, I don't know. I don't like this competition energy. Let me see. What is this Five of Wands about? Please clarify the Five of Wands for the collective's energy. Knight of Swords. Okay. Communication, taking action, King of Swords. Okay. So using your logic, using your intelligence, being a leader of some kind, divine masculine, take it as it resonates. Let's see. Tell me, I want to see, actually, you know what I want to do? I want to see, for the collective's current energy, what can they expect in the near future? How about that? How about we take, what is their, ooh, that wanted to fly the heck out. Wow. Okay, that's awesome. So this is like emotional intelligence, having deep empathy, emotional maturity, right? But this is like emotional and this is financial. So whatever this is, where did it go? This, seeking harmony, seeking a balance, right? Not only are you seeking a balance in the future, or what's you can expect for the future is being in tune with your emotions, right? This is being emotionally mature, being emotionally intelligent, but this is also financially wealthy, abundance, like spiritual, material wealth. So it's balancing your emotional intelligence with your financial wealth, because you can't really have this without this, because if you have this without this, you get psychopath CEOs, okay? That's just what it is. So whatever this thing is that you're working on, that you're investing in, that you're in the beginning stages of something, it's gonna bring you harmony. It's gonna bring you the home that you want, the relationship you want, the marriage, the whatever that is for you. It's coming in. It's coming in, right? But you need to, whatever you're doing, you're seeking a balance currently. So this is the future, right? So whatever it is, it's going to make you wealthy. It's going to make you abundant, but you're also going to be emotionally intelligent and you're going to be able to handle it. So that's actually really nice. I think that might be a really good place to leave that. Wow. Yeah, for sure. Bottom of the deck, King of Pentacles. This is like somebody who's generous, loving, warm, kind. This is a very abundant energy, materially abundant energy, but not in a way that's like the devil, where it's like an overly focused on material wealth, right? This is somebody who is independent, self-sufficient, but somebody who's also generous and has it to give to other people. You know what I mean? So that's what you can expect for the future. That's amazing for you. I like that. All right, so now what we'll do is I will pull, where did my things go? Here they are. Now I will get you some significant numbers and some initials. Oh, that one really wanted to come out. 1 could be born in January. The number 1, the first, could be significant in some way. Could be an Aquarius. Could be a Capricorn. All right, let's see. For the significant numbers, we have 2. Okay, so we have 2, 2. Could be seeing 22. The date, the 22nd. 12, 7, 60. You could be 67. You could be 22, 21. Let's see. Did I say 12? Yeah, 12. So we have 7, 2, 2, 12, 60. All right, and then for the initials, let's see. We'll see what we got. All right, let's see. G, L, A, J, F, E, Y, M, D, another D, another Y, P, H, K. Do a couple more. Another K, C, another F, W, S, U, N, B, another E. All right, we have G, L, A, J, 2 F's, 2 E's, 2 Y's, M, 2 D's, P, H, 2 K's, C, W, S, U, N, B. All right, collective, that is where I will leave this reading for you. Feel free to check back for the next one. And as always, as above, so below, as within, so without, as the universe, so the self.